Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's Mark Jones. I got a new radio. The reason I got this one was because it was the cheapest one on Amazon. Has aux, has a CD player, however it doesn't have a USB. A problem with the Miata is that its outlet, this little plug in it, is not working in the Miata, but it's working here. So I don't really need a radio with the USB in it. Which the radio I had in here, in the Civic, had USB on it, so I hooked that one up in the Miata. I'll show that to you in a second. However, in the process of doing that, I got a little lazy. I didn't unplug my battery. I saw a spark. The radio still works. I've already tested it out in the Miata over there. Still works. The other radio still, or other stereo still works. This stereo technically not a radio. They both still work. It's just something to do with the fuse or something, but I'm gonna have to deal with that another day because I'm too focused on the Miata. First of all, I did unhook the battery with this one because I didn't want to screw it up. And zip tied a radio on because the screws don't all line up and zip ties always work. I zip tied the radio. It's pretty solid. It's not too bad. It's not exactly the prettiest. It works as a USB, has aux, so I can finally play my own music in here. Grounded out right here. I even got a remote, so flip. I can, since I'm so far away from it, I can just turn the volume up and down right here. Because I don't really want to reach like all the way to the radio, because that's, you know, it's really far. So today, well, I got a few things I'm going to do. I'm not going to do this instantly, but I am going to paint the hood pretty much the same color. It's close enough. I'm going to do an oil change. I got an OEM oil filter as well from Mazda in Tokyo, straight from Tokyo. And then I got a wiring harness for the amplifier, right? Let me show you. It's a pretty gnarly amplifier. It's a 600 watt amplifier for this 700 watt 8-inch subwoofer that I'm going to be putting in the trunk, I think. Also, I got this microphone that hooks straight up into the back of that radio, because this actually came with that. I don't know why I keep saying radio. That stereo. This actually came with that stereo. So if someone calls me, I don't have to touch my phone or anything. I can just click a button and answer the call. However, I don't really do that, so I'm probably not going to install this in there, actually. I just use my phone. I'm not going to just press a button. What's the fun in that? I'm going to unhook the battery and then start messing with subwoofer wires. So I'm thinking about putting the subwoofer right here. This goes over here. Lay it down right here. I don't know how well it's going to fit, but yeah, actually I'll test that out right now. So I don't know if this is, I don't think it's going to fit. Maybe. It like barely doesn't. Just barely. There we go. Let me just seal it down. That's pretty good, actually. I don't know exactly where I'm going to put the amp, however. That's kind of a slight problem. Another place to put the amp would be right back here. Like screwed in right where these bolts go, basically. I really just wanted it to have a place where it can get cooled easily, because I don't want an overheating amp, because I just did that to one of my previous amps, and that was no fun. Alright, so I kind of skipped hooking up the subs because it was just a stress and it just wasn't turning out very well, but subwoofer's in, amp's in, it's all hooked up. The bolt to the battery connection strip. The subwoofer doesn't really kick as hard as I'd want it to. The speakers I'm working on right now because they're a little jank. Like I can turn up the bass, but then the speakers start to rattle. So I'm super gluing them so they don't rattle, which is kind of ghetto, but it's part of it. So right now I'm actually in the process, and I'm so blue. I'm in the process of sanding down the hood, as you can tell. I'm just gonna sand it down a little bit more, and then I'll probably just leave the hood on the car while I paint it. I don't know, I'll see how I'm feeling about that, because I don't know how much I really want to bolt it up and all that crap right now. But I'm gonna sand it down and then I'll get back to y'all. Alright, so I kind of sanded it down some more. It's still not exactly fully sanded down, but this is kind of temporary till I get a better sander, because I'm just using my hand right now. Alright, so I'm just taking the hat off. Sanded it down a little bit more. Obviously it's not the best, but I don't have actual sanding things, so it's just kind of temporary. This paint is primer and paint, so get it off. We're just gonna hope for the best. First I'm gonna paint this too. It's pretty similar color. I'm happy with it. I dig it. This is one of those cars where it's better to look at from a distance. Close up, it's gonna be ugly as shit. Let's go for it. Alright, so I got it painted for the most part. It came out... What is... Oh, no! Get off! There's some spots that are just... It's not perfect. Oh, you got launched. So I painted a little bit. I got the little scuffs off the fenders, the door a little bit. I accidentally got paint on the rim, so I'm gonna have to repaint that. Paint on this fender a little bit more. But I mean, for the hood, you can see all the little imperfections in it. There's really nothing perfect about it, but it's not all miscolored and sanded down and all that crap anymore. So from you know, I was gonna say this was a 10-foot car, you know, one of those cars that are decent from 10 feet away, but let's see how far we have to get away to make it look good. I'd say this is about a 50-foot car. Yeah, 50-foot car seems about right. I don't see any dents or any scratches or anything from 50 feet, so that's not too bad for a for a $1,500 car. Alright, so I got the hood painted, I got the oil changed, I got the subwoofer in there, I got the control all hooked up right here so I can turn it up and down. Got this shift boot on, the Crown Royale. This speaker's fixed a little bit better, it's not thumping around or anything. I definitely need to work on the audio a little bit more, make the subwoofer blast a little bit better. So this video's kind of been all over the place and I haven't really got to cover everything while I'm doing it. I'm really just storytelling the entire time, but that's that. If you guys enjoy, be sure to like and subscribe and share if you'd like. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all under Miatajuana. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.
What? You gonna hop on my car? Billy Cool riding with stars. What? I keep a Glock like a car. Hey. Yo, she get the top in the draw. Yo, hey, diamonds they wait on my arm. Test on my